from each freshman, why did you choose Xavier? And the answer still is 85 to 90%. Good institution, committed to excellence, and we believe that if we come, we can be somebody.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn number 2, 3, 4, and...
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Hold on, step, bro.
Greetings, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday, May the 7th. Checking in from good old New Orleans, Louisiana, but I'm going a step further. I'm actually on the campus of Xavier University of Louisiana, which is a university that I actually started my college career at almost 30 years ago. It started here at Xavier University of Louisiana. I was a biology pre-med major. Wasn't quite sure what the hell I was doing. And I had to figure that out later, that this wasn't going to be a place that I would ultimately end up being in the long term, but it at least gave me some good exposure and to just the collegiate life. So actually behind me, St. Mike's Hall, that is the dorm that I actually lived in as an 18-year-old gentleman from good old Kalamazoo, Michigan, coming down south very first time by himself and trying to figure things out. So go ahead and spin you around so you could see the campus of Xavier University of Louisiana. It's been a long time since I've been here on this campus. Over here is where we used to eat all the dorm food, not dorm food, eat the campus food from the campus caf, sandwiches, everything that you could think of they had in the caf for us to eat. This over here, KD, Catherine Drexel Hall. That's where the ladies stayed, the young ladies stayed. St. Mike's here is all men's and male dorm. So, and I'm pretty sure that they still have the dormitories separate, basically because it's a Catholic university. So I believe that there's a graduation going on now. At least I'm seeing a lot of people taking pictures and stuff like that on campus and seeing banners. So shout out to those college graduates of XULA who are coming out to figure out what will be happening for them next and what their next journey will be, whether that's going on to medical school or getting out in the market and showing either doing their own thing as entrepreneurs or showing these employers what they're working with, that they're ready to get busy. So it's just nostalgia is what this is for me, being here, because I remember coming here and being a little bit not sure of myself, not knowing if I had quote unquote the juice, because I'm competing with so many students from all over the country.
It's juice.
That come to this prestigious university. And they had it all figured out. A lot of them had it figured out. They had parents and family who helped them, you know, plan and prepare from when they were youngsters, or, you know, in elementary school, as far as knowing what their trajectory and their path would be for college. I didn't really have that. So, and no knock to my mom or dad, I love them. But there's some things that I knew, and there's a lot of things that I didn't know. My brother, he learned some hard lessons too when it comes to just knowing what's the best path to take, and if you're really ready, and if you got all the tools in order to be successful. So, but this is where it all started for me for college, and it's bittersweet, because I had to think about, I only lasted a semester here. A lot of different factors as to why I didn't stay here all 4 years and get my degree in biology pre-med, which I think may have been a little bit sporadic as far as me choosing that and me not really knowing what all that entails. I'm thinking one thing, but when I get here, I see that the medical path and trajectory is pretty much what the students that go either in chemistry, and then you got pharmacy students, and then you got biology pre-med students. Of course, you got other majors, but this is like a medical college. Mainly medical students come from here. There's some that do other things, but pre-med is like the main career track that the students go in. So then I always, you know, I stayed for a semester, ended up going back home, and then I was always thinking about what could have been, what should have been, what mistakes that I made. I didn't perform the best, so let me keep it a buck with you. I didn't perform the best when I was here. I came out with a 2.0 GPA. It was boo-boo. I look back, and my older brother and I joke about it from time to time. I didn't take full advantage of the opportunity when I was here, because I wasn't disciplined. Not in the fall of 1993. I just wasn't. I was not ready. I thought I was, but I wasn't ready. But I'll give you a little bit more backstory. I found out about Xavier when I went to a Black College Expo in Detroit at the Renaissance Center, downtown Detroit. I took a school trip. I think it was right around my senior year. I think it may have been like the first semester of my senior year. So we went to Detroit, and that's when there was so many different black colleges, people who were there that were representing the universities, to give whatever aspiring students, give them the lowdown on the black college experience, the advantages of it, what you can expect, what you can learn, how you can grow, and just what kind of experience you'll get. And I was captivated by that. I was really captivated by going to a black college and being able to like make my mark. And then I guess the other thing that helped me out was that I had people who were from my hometown that they ended up coming to Xavier too. One person was already here. They came in '92. And then me and a couple other guys that I knew, they were freshmen. They came in incoming freshmen of fall '93 like I was. So at least I had some people that I knew, and I had some connections to people back home. So I guess that was incentive for me too, to say, yeah, all right, this is the move I'm gonna make. But it wasn't in the cards for me. I ended up, when I went back home and being in my parents' basement and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next, and kind of being depressed. I was a little bit depressed, because I was always wondering about, man, I left my, what I had going on here in New Orleans, and I had friends and stuff like that that I had acquired that came from other places like Texas, Mississippi. Had friends from Memphis. I had a friend from Memphis I hung out with, California. So it was, I had a lot to think about. When I got back, the end of '93, going to '94, I had to really sit in it. I had to sit in what I equated to my experience as failure. I equated to failure. So that was definitely a fail on my end, and I couldn't look at it any other way but a fail. A failed experience. I didn't take advantage of it. I wasn't focused, and I was humbled. I was really humbled. So I came back home, regrouped, just got refocused, trying to figure out what I was gonna do, change my major from biology pre-med to computer information systems, because I knew that was gonna be a lane I could go into that I think I felt I would be able to have a sustainable career in. So I changed it to computer information systems, enrolled in the local junior college in my hometown, and I got to work. And I got focused. My grades went through the roof. You talk about improving. Me coming back home got my mind right. It really got my mind right, got my focus right. And I was able to get things going. And I was able to graduate from junior college. And then I went a couple more years and I graduated from university back in Michigan. So that's where I was at. So that's it. So I'm here. Take a look at Xavier. Beautiful campus. Beautiful campus. They've erected and built more things since I was here last. But this building right here, St. Mike's, a lot of memories at St. Mike's, for sure. A lot of memories. Yeah. So good and challenging times while I was down here, but I have no regrets. And anybody who I'm connected with who has graduated from here and went on to go to medical school and do big things, become doctors and lawyers or whatever profession that they chose to go into, I wish them nothing but the best. My walk and my path and my journey was just different, and I had to accept that, and I'm cool with that. And then you got to think about it, and I won't think about it much. Had I not came back home, then who would have known as far as like my future, as far as like getting married, as far as having kids. It just wouldn't be the family that I have today. It would have been starkly different had I not came back. So that's one flip side that I don't think about frequently or regularly, but I know it's something that has crossed my mind. But this is good. I'm glad I had the opportunity to come back to Xavier. And like I said, to all the graduates that's getting ready to come out and do their thing, I wish them nothing but the best. And I hope that their college experience at Xavier was everything that they could have hoped or dreamed it could have been. So I'll take a quick shot of the banner here. All the memories. Yep, if you can see it. Xavier University of Louisiana, 1993 fall was my time. So, no tears, no tears, but it's a reflection that I can look back on with a combination of pride that I was able to come here. My parents was able to allow me to be here, even if it was for a short time. That and financial aid. But yeah, it's bittersweet. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and close that out. Let me go ahead and get some shots here. And till next time, be well, be good, be easy, be blessed, be you. Till next time, from Uptown, New Orleans, Louisiana, my old stomping ground as an 18-year-old. Wet behind the ears, snotty nose, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Peace.
You got the juice now, man.